so much for being here. This vlog is just a compilation of beautiful moments of my life, and my intention in sharing my life is really just to inspire ease into your present moment and deep breaths and remember tenderness and the delicate sweetness of some of the most mundane moments. So much in my life, I have just felt like an alien. I have felt like this voyeuristic other, observing how people relate and commune, and I don't think that has really changed, and these videos are just me in these moments being moved by them and molded by them. So it's such a pleasure, and I'm so humbled to share. Thank you so much. It's kind of random, but thanks for being here and watching these moments with me. The next few months are going to be a little bit ungrounded for me because I'll be moving around to a bunch of different spots until I move into the next house that I'll be in for a while, where I'm house sitting. I'm really going to try to remain grounded internally, and I think it'll just be really fun to take you on this journey. I felt cute, so I wanted to show you my little outfit of the day. It's really simple, but I'm wearing my staple monochromatic look, very easy to put together, my staple jewelry, and I've been using this basket so much. It is, I think, supposed to be for harvesting veggies and things like this, but I just use it for putting all my work stuff in, a picnic blanket, food, my journal, my camera. It's just so practical. It's the new tote bag for me, and it kind of matches with my little scarf. And then I'm wearing these really comfortable flats, which have been really fun to style. I can only wear functional, comfortable things. I feel like that's part of me becoming a mature woman, is just living my best life and not squeezing myself into uncomfortable clothing, shoes, or spaces. And I think they look really cute with these pants. These are the Aria 5 flat from Vivaya, made from 6 plastic water bottles. They use this technology to turn plastic into threading and make really comfortable shoes. Up here is a 5-degree pitch, which makes your toes have enough room to exist without getting all scrunched up. I used to wear flats a lot, and the biggest problems were that my toes would always feel crunched up at the end of the day, and my heels would hurt because they felt paper thin. But these have a rebound insole, memory foam heel padding, and a yoga mat strobel insole, so it kind of feels like I'm walking on a yoga mat with memory foam from a mattress. Definitely the most comfortable shoes that I own, and the insole is also made out of herbs that help to counteract odor, but you can just remove this part and wash it, and the entire shoe is machine washable, which is amazing. But these are in the color Natural Peach. They have quite a few different colors, and they also have other styles of shoe on their website, like these. I feel like I have this classy vintage alter ego that comes out when I wear shoes like this, and it's really fun to style secondhand denim and long skirts with these kinds of shoes. Click my link down below to shop your dream pair of shoes with me and use my exclusive 18% off code to treat yourself now. I feel like the world of footwear is seriously lacking in eco-conscious choices, and Vivaya is definitely a really good one to know of. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. I'm getting ready to film a video, and my revolution lately has been not wearing makeup. It's been the biggest aspect, I feel like, of my YouTube life that is the most unlike my actual life, because I never wear makeup in my day-to-day. I only put it on for videos because I feel like it looks better and it's more enticing to people to see something that is in the box of conventional attractivity, if that's even a word. And it's just been this subtle thing of like, okay, every time I film, I'm gonna cake my face up. And I want more of my life to be so fully aligned with my internal guiding system. And I feel like it is. I feel like that was almost the last thing that the last way I've been showing up, at least online, that isn't as fully yoked with what I believe to be true. And that is that nothing could ever take away from the beauty of our souls and the potency of the love that we have to share. And I genuinely think that beauty is being true to yourself, to your community, pouring love into the people around you, and just being a good person. That to me is beauty. Like, channeling your art is beauty. Praying deeply is beauty to me. And so showing up how I see myself imperfectly, how people online might comment or see myself imperfectly, it just feels like it's honestly gotten easier and easier. And it's a constant invitation for me to gaze deeper into my own soul. Like, why do I think that what anyone says or what society tells me is wrong or makes me less pure matters? It's almost become a mirror for me to root down and grab the purest form of my own self-love and validation. And so much of that for me comes from my connection to my guides, my connection to the elements, my connection to what is so beyond the external changes. And so I feel so free in so many ways. And the more free that I feel inside, the more I attract other people who are also enacting these mini revolutions, who are operating fully from their own internal guiding system rather than the external. And I think that we've all heard that quote that's like, you're not ugly, you're just broke. It's basically highlighting how even the most beautiful people don't naturally uphold the beauty standards that they're perpetuating for others. It takes surgery or hours of working out and diet or thousands of dollars spent on skincare treatments every month. And the beauty standards aren't really naturally attainable or sustainably attainable for anyone in a healthy way. And yet we're all supposed to work towards that. It doesn't make sense, and I want to create my own ideals of beauty. And I think that the reason that I always put makeup on was because I so rarely saw other influencers with imperfect skin, at least on YouTube. And every time that I have, or even watch movies where there's skin texture, I feel so much relief. And it's like, what am I perpetuating by putting on this makeup? And I understand that there are so many ways that I'm deconstructing things like internalized misogyny and internalized, diet culture and beauty standards. And at the same time, my awareness of it is helping me to break through. Like, there are areas where I may still be performing, but I think that day by day I'm chipping away at those things more and more, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be free from the inside. And so yeah, lately, you might not even really notice, but I have been wearing makeup and my skin has been doing a lot better. I think for that reason, and because I have been less attached to what it even looks like, and I've been taking care of it really well. But I just really like filling in my eyebrows and then putting on some lip gloss, because I think that just accentuates my features in a way that feels good. Getting ready to film. I'm at my friend Reese's house, and it's been really sweet, just kind of in this feminine palace. Aww. I love wearing braids when I camp because it's the most knot-free hairstyle with all the wind and all the not showering. It's great. I've just been editing all day in bed because it feels a lot better for my back to kind of lay back, and I also got no sleep last night, so I was feeling very just casual. Tonight I have a little going away party for my friend Rank, who I camped with, and it's a potluck dance party, and it's just going to be such a sweet vibe full of people that I love and nourishment and movement medicine. And so I also wanted to take things easy for that. I feel like I've been the most social I've ever been in my life, and I've also been the most charged and fueled from it than I ever have from social interactions, and it feels amazing. And you know, a lot of times I don't feel like doing anything, and I could happily just stay home and hermit and be content. Where was I going with that? I mean, that just sounds so great to me. That always sounds like a good option. That is something that is always available to me, and I'm so happy that I've been honestly not resting into that as much as I have for my entire life. I feel like this is just a new season where I'm very excited to keep learning through being present in new situations and healing parts of my heart by how held and seen that I am by people that I just met a few months ago. And it's been just such a lovely walk with, it feels like God. I mean, the more that I trust in my life, the closer that I feel to God, the more deeply I'm called to prayer, and the more miracles that I receive. I feel like the version of me that stays home all the time and tends to my inner garden was really playing it safe in ways that I needed to, and now I just want to test other ways of being and see how that feels, and just test the matrix a little bit and do more of that opposite action. And it's so rewarding and fulfilling, and the next few weeks I know will be full of so much newness, and I'm really excited. This has been one of the most activating months of my life, integrating after the medicine, connecting with just such incredible Kanaka Maoli who have become friends and family to me. And also, I feel like I've had so many opportunities, or initiations as people in this spiritual community call them, to show up in my fullest integrity and to speak boundaries and to let truth rise after speaking what I need and what I'm capable of holding, and meeting people in a very just grounded, authentic way. I'm trying to like share without actually sharing the details of what's going on in my personal life, but I just feel like I was able to speak really important boundaries this past month and just be met with so much love. And it's always such a scary thing coming from past experiences of gaslighting, as well as being extremely shy and not being able to talk to people, especially men, like being able to look a man in the eyes and speak my needs and boundaries is something that I'm really proud of myself for doing. So I've just had a lot of really wonderful experiences in that realm this month, and that's why I've been loving filming emotional intelligence videos, because no one really learns this stuff in school. You just learn it through life and through maybe getting your heart broken a million times by friends or anyone that you're relating to, really. And so I'm so passionate about the ways that we can use our words and communication to create more ease and understanding. And I don't like the feeling of heavy or intense or awkward things being unspoken. It's like, let's talk about all of it, bring it all to the surface. It's raining now, and it's quite a liberator. And with everything that I'm sharing, I am coming from a place of privilege in my life where my basic needs are met, and I do have time to focus and reflect on these things. And I just want to keep sharing the blessings that I have been given. And I also feel like I am coming from a past of being immensely kind of neglected and unseen from the masculine or men in my life, and so I'm a bit more forthright in speaking my boundaries, and I have a bit more fire about advocating for myself and my needs around men, because so often in the past I haven't been heard. And I just want to remind everyone that the lens that I'm sharing from isn't like the highest truth. It's just my experience and what I'm learning about myself, and it's all informed by my past, my traumas. So yeah, just putting that out there. But I think that that's been an experience for a lot of people. If you aren't heard, if your boundaries aren't honored the first time, you're going to be a lot more protective of yourself in the future. And hopefully we don't have to be as protective of ourselves around the people that we love deeply. And that's what I've been feeling. And there's just like always an opportunity to know that the people in my life aren't the ones who hurt me, and that we can create a new story, a new neural pathway. And I was just cuddling with everyone last night and feeling like I don't need to necessarily go to my family to be held the ways that I've always wanted to, or I don't need them to tell me the things that like they never did. I can heal those wounds with the people in my life now who have become my family. And I feel like sometimes our friends play different archetypes in our lives. My friend Chloe was saying how she's really feeling the absence of her father, who she never met, and that our mutual friend Migmar has been feeling like that fatherly energy for her and his presence, and he's just so grounded. So it was such a beautiful moment, and I was really reflecting on how so many of my sisters have helped me heal wounds with my mom, and it allows me to show up to my relationship with my mom with so much more love, knowing that like that need was met, you know, that unconditional loving nurturing need that I had was finally met at the age of 23, 24. And I didn't have that when I was younger, but it's the world that I've been so lucky to create for myself now. And I've been reflecting on my relationship with my mom a lot, definitely having so many different phases. When someone who is young and in an able body has a sick mind, she has Alzheimer's, it's like she has many more years to live. So I'm mourning her in this moment while she's still here, because she's just not who I knew her to be. And I have had a season where I was just having all these flashbacks of every argument that we had or every resentment that I held, and feeling so guilty for it. And I didn't know what to do with that energy. I'm not really one to have traumatic flashbacks because I work through so much stuff in therapy, but that was coming up for me a lot. And I just started to pray to those moments and to those timelines where my heart was broken by her, or where she didn't feel seen by me, where I yelled at her, and instead of just feeling like this terrible, awful person, just having compassion for the ways that I was growing as a teenager, being rebellious and needing to feel more held in my household with structure, like with knowing that someone cared about me. I always use this example. When I was younger, I would sneak out because I would be grounded or something, or I would run away, and I would come home and no one would even know that I had been gone. No one would know that I was absent from the house, and that was such a heartbreaking feeling. And I feel like that just encapsulates a lot of my upbringing, was just kind of like I am fully in control of monitoring my own needs, regulating my nervous system, getting my homework done. Like no one cares about that. I just have to check in with myself about all of that. So when I remember that was hard for me, and that it's valid that I was upset, it's just like, okay, like we were both teaching each other, we were both growing together, and I received so many lessons on how I want to show up. I feel like those traumatic kind of flashbacks to these tumultuous times in my life with my mom slowly started to fade away, because I was blessing them. And because I do believe all of eternity is taking place at once, I do think that it makes a difference. When we bless our past, it heals this fragment so that more energy can feed into the present. And so anytime I feel this density or a traumatic experience arise, I pray to it and I honor the yoking that took place of my heart to get me to where I am now. And it really helps to mend things, even though it's, years in the past. I pray that it can get easier to sit in those moments of discomfort, and I just cherish you. And something that has been really true for me is breathing my beliefs into the way that I navigate my life, which is something that we're all subconsciously doing. But it's like how would the highest version of me navigate this situation? With my beliefs around love and around what this life is for, like, how should I respond to this dense, heavy thing that's happening? And that really helps me, because my mind in the moment may not be fine-tuned enough to not react, to not become really depressed or sad about something. But if I can outsource, to my guides or my future self and just really be like, okay, I'm not handling this well, but like, how would she handle this? Okay, maybe I can bring some of that energy into the present. That's been really helpful. But anyway, it's getting a little dark. It's 5 o'clock and I'm going to make a little meal, probably a salad for this potluck, and maybe I'll bring my camera to this gathering. I hope that it's okay that this vlog has been quite a social one. I think it's really fun and way more entertaining than just me at my desk. So thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to show you what's going on. We have kale, lemon tahini sauce, avocados, shredded cucumber and carrot, and quinoa cooking. This is gonna be a yummy salad. And this sauce is really bomb. It's just tahini, lemon, cumin, garlic powder, some salt, and some water. I used about 2 lemons and I just eye everything out. It's a love story. Hello, it is the next day and I'm volunteering today at this this Kalo taro patch that I have been going to every week. Earth Princess. Oh, I like this. I thrifted it. It's one of my favorite little. It's really
I know, you thrifted this?
And this one.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. And then when you move up, it's this
And back down.
Yep. That's it. Alright. What is that?
To be loved by so many people and to share love with so many people is part of the gift of just living.
Yeah.
And allowing yourself to feel into that, but not obviously for shallow reasons, like, oh, this person's like, thinks I'm hot.
Validation.
It's like, not for validation, but just to be loved and understood by people in different ways is like a superpower.
Yeah. I think I would so I have this idea of a great love. I think that I'd want that to be my home base,
Yeah.
But I don't see it as the person I'm gonna spend every day, every moment of my life with. It's actually the person who gets me so well that they encourage me to really live my life in the ways that I want and that I need, and will always be a home to return to. And I suppose I have that with a lot of my friendships. I feel that way, right? But there's just this quality, I think, of feeling so gotten.
I'm not forcing myself to find reasons to love you every day. It just keeps on happening.
Right. That's the thing. I guess what I'm speaking to specifically is just that ease of love.
Cinematographer. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm so glad I got to be back. Oh my gosh, I'm just soaking in all the touch and the love.
Are they sweet before they're
They are fruits.
They're fruits. They're not sweet before. No.
Your permission to be
You have permission.
Permission to be weird.
It's our inner weird kids are just
Sometimes they really come out with the voices.
oh my gosh, I know. We're just so weird and ugly. We just come through with our
I just had a flashback. So in my neighborhood there was little gangs, but they were you have dirt in your ears, you can't play with it. And I had wax in my ears. And we didn't have any Q-tips, so I put toilet paper at the end of a pencil with an eraser. I ran home to clean out my ears, even though there was nothing in there. They were just trying to find a reason so I couldn't play with them.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah, and then I was actually, I don't even want to play with them anymore. I just stayed home so that I didn't have to be put in that position.
Dang.
But
Not the mean kid.
that's where my introvertedness really started.
Okay.
But it's okay. I like that that molded me.
Yeah,
I like how it molded me.
it's
I think being and not fitting in when you're young is a super important part of your development as a person. Like if you're not weird at some point in your life and like kind of an outcast, then like you don't learn like the social skills you need to like succeed. And also you just get this sense of like extreme empathy and kindness for everyone.
Exactly, it's the empathy
So
for me.
important. Yeah.
Having like a lived experience of being the
Of
other.
like being that.
I
I'll
know.
still give you this woman gang.
It'll help you to bring more love into
And
this
then, like,
world.
exactly. I think that was the craziest like reality that I fully wanted. At one point, I was just like, I just need some answers, and like I couldn't have asked for better.